Golly gosh, I'm so sorry. I am 1 minute late. I just came downstairs and I heard do. This is BBC Radio, whatever, and this is the news, which means it's already past 8 o'clock. So I'm so sorry. Welcome. Everyone's like, yeah, fine. Decided to rock up, did you, Hopkins? Huh? I see. Hello, everyone. I hope you're super well. Hello to everybody. It's slightly scary. I'm trying not to look at the numbers of us joining. I'm going to try and make out like it's still just the five of us like it used to be, or just me on my own. Let's not think about how many people are watching. And finally, last week I realised, someone told me I had shit glass. I've got my glass back. This is my Katie's Arms official glass. This is the first one. I've been gifted many more subsequently, so thank you to everybody. But this one's looking a bit grubby on one side. Take no notice. And you'll notice that this one is literally the size of, it's the size of my head. So it's a perfect glass for the Katie's Arms. Hello from, Massachusetts. Alex Belfield. Yes, he's on the list. Look, my clipboard of power is here. Hello from a pub in Norfolk. How marvellous. The clipboard of power. Look, all these things we have to talk about. Thanks very much. People say I look nice. It's literally from the front onwards. And if you got behind me, you'd be like, Jesus Christ, did she get dragged out of hedge backwards? Secondly, you see me in the week. You see me when I post my videos looking like a bag of shite. So should we just pour all of that in there? So you know that it's not real. It's if you can sit down and if you can put a light on and if you're not caught in the rain and if you haven't got a dog trying to hump your back and if you're not pissed off or rushing or you're not just being messed about, you can scrub up. But it's not real because in real life I look like the haggard old cow with 30,000 bags around my eyes. So you know what I mean? My mother says, is my mother here? Probably. Mother, you're not supposed to be here. You don't want to hear what we've got to say. These are grown-up conversations. Let's all... Now, go on. Everyone tell Mumsy to go. Off, go and look at Monty Dawn or do something else. Yes, you've seen I'm here. You've seen I look okay. You've seen I look well. Thank you very much. When you tell me later that my top looked nice, now off you pop because you're not here for this. Mother, I mean it. Go. Hello, Tennessee. Leona, big fan. Katie from... I couldn't get that because look, you're all tippy-typing so quickly, I can't even say hello. Love you to everybody. Love you to Jules in Wales, where I'm back this week from Wales, so we must talk about that as well. I've been to Llanelli. I know, they love a consonant in Wales. Let's have a drink. Cheers to everybody. Please drink, even if you're you used to be an alcoholic, you still are an alcoholic, but you're a recovering alcoholic. You can drink water with us. If you smoke, then go for it. Smoke yourselves to death in the next half hour. Whatever you need to do, whatever you need to take, whatever you need to shove something to get yourself through a day, do it. You know, because the fun police really don't... can I just say as well, I'm wearing an actual tutu. I know. Look, I'm not even trying to channel Barbie core or whatever bullshit that's supposed to be. Look at it. Look, I know. Can I strongly recommend everybody buys themselves a tutu. Because at any moment, look, it's even got a petticoat in pink under it. I know. Buy yourself a tutu. And at any stage in the day, when you're feeling a bit fucked off, maybe you're cleaning the toilets and you can't believe you live with beasts that just leave a toilet like they leave it, put on your tutu and just a tutu. I do it sometimes, just a tutu. And I tell you what, it lifts your mood. It lifts your mood. When you're cleaning someone else's crap off a toilet, if you do it in a tutu, I'm telling you, changes your world. Shall we have a little drink? Come on. I want to destroy you on that piano. Well, I say. My daughter plays that piano. It's quite hot, but there we are. Right, hold on. God, don't you end up doing that at the end of a day? Or actually earlier and earlier. So I used to have a 6 o'clock is wine o'clock. And stop putting me off with naughty sexual innuendo. My mother could still be here. And you've got lovely Mark in the next room, for God's sake. I used to have a wine o'clock, 6 o'clock wine o'clock. I don't have that anymore. I don't even have a kitchen clock. Because truly, how are we going to get through this? If you have to have a glass of wine at 4 o'clock, that's what you have to do. If you're cooking your kids chicken nuggets and chips and you're like, eat some chips, sit yourself down, have some chicken nuggets, have a glass of wine with it, get yourself, if you can't recover from it, put your Jimmy Jim Jams on. Whatever you've got, that's the message this week. Laughing here in California. I'd destroy you in the piano. You wouldn't get my arse in there, darling. I'm kind of skinny, but also there's not much room. Anyway, can we not be rude anymore, please? Can we make comments that are... Right, what shall we speak of? 10 a.m, 1 o'clock? Absolutely. Whatever gets you through. The more they crush the fun, the more you have to find your own fun. And the bigger the bigger your fun has to be. Right, good. Look at this. What should we talk about? Let's talk about fucking Hugh Edwards, shall we? Okay, sure. Hugh Edwards gets exposed for being a massive perv and paying a kid to show him his winky or show him his rectum. And then allegedly there's a picture of Hugh with his actual hairy rectum showing it to someone. So presumably he's going, yeah, do me in here. And the kid's like, and Hugh Edwards like, right? But no one actually replayed that, but that's how I imagine it. Show me your ringer. Okay. I don't know what these boys get up to, but I think that's what happened. And so he's off. So 1 minute he's like, oh, I'm very sorry to announce that the Queen is dead. And we're all like, oh, thank goodness Hugh Edwards is here to tell us about it. Because he's the only one who's, serious enough and Welsh enough to talk about the fact that the Queen is dead. And I genuinely, honestly, oh shit, nearly lost my clipboard. Genuinely, very sad about the Queen. Love the Queen mum even more. I don't care whether you like the royals or not. I don't care. I did. I thought she was epic. I liked the way she matched her outfits. I loved the way she used to wear a fuchsia hat. Didn't like the Queen? Fine. But don't try and change how I feel. It's fine that you hate her. I loved her. So Hugh Edwards was the only one that could tell us that she died because he was serious and Welsh and was kind of hot. And then it turns out, on one day he's like, I'm really sorry to tell you that the Queen has died. That's a bit Punjabi, wasn't it? I'm really sorry to tell you the Queen has died. And we all went, oh, okay. But at least it was Hugh that told us. Right? That was us. Yeah, have a drink. Meanwhile, cut to next scene. Hugh Edwards, there in his dodgy, lounge on his IKEA sofa going, here's my rectum. It doesn't really work in a tutu, does it? But show me how you'd put it in my rectum. And that isn't an image I don't think you need in your mind. But, the idea of that, isn't it weird? That's the last thing I'd show someone. If I was trying to, do something sexy to a stranger, it wouldn't be like, let me show you my rectum. Okay, that. And then John Sopel, this is the point. John Sopel, ex-BBC now, I think LBC is he? I don't know what that was. Sorry. Joey Deacon. More on that later. Guess who's on this? And it's got the capacity to go so wrong. What's she called? Rosie Jones. We're going to try and talk about Rosie Jones. It's going to go so wrong. Can I tell you, there was a helicopter above our house the other day. Mark and I were in two separate rooms. Both of us was like, okay, let's get ready. You know the number to call. Okay, I'll get my outfit on. Let's get ready. I just assumed I was being picked up. Anyway, more. So John Sopel comes out and goes, well, I don't see what the big deal is. Poor Hugh. Oh, poor Hugh. Oh, everyone forgive Hugh. Oh, Hugh Edwards. Yep, right. John Sopel. Oh, leave him alone. He hasn't done anything illegal. We're all supposed to go, oh no, he's so nice. He told us the Queen died. He's so nice. All he did was show his rectum to some kid and went, hey, imagine putting your winky up my rectum. That's not okay, John Sopel, you dick. It's not okay. Top is from COS. C-O-S. He's very handsome, but his rectum, no thanks. Yes. Who is Rosie Jones? Oh, we can't. We can. Okay, we're going to, but later when I've had a few more drinks. It's not funny, and let's bear in mind, this is what people do, isn't it, when they go, I'm not racist, I'm married to a black guy, right? And you're like, oh, fuck me. Is that what we all need? We all have to have like a black husband for us to say we're not racist. I hate that. So I'm just going to do that now, right? I am registered disabled, so I can't possibly be mocking or knocking or taking the piss out of disabled people because I am one. Okay, that's the caveat. We'll come to Rosie Jones later. So John Sopel comes out in defence of Hugh Edwards, and everyone's supposed to go, oh, poor Hugh, I hope he gets better soon. Ew, I hope he gets the help he needs. And Piers Morgan does it, and bloody Walker, Dan Walker, holier than thou. I cannot wait for something to come out about Dan Walker. Oh, God, that man. It makes a fucking library look interesting. My name's Dan Walker and I'm Mr. Perfect. Here I go, off I go to church, and then I'm doing Channel 5 because they paid me 2 million. But yeah, I'm so Christian and perfect. Oh, fuck off. I've got so much gossip as well. Do you want Farage gossip? Do you want Boris Johnson gossip? Yeah. Or Alex Belfield, I have to update you on him as well. We were chatting on the phone yesterday. So you've got a choice. You have to choose Farage gossip or Boris Johnson gossip. It's just lol. Who is John? John Sopel. He basically, like, I don't know if he's bumming Hugh. That would be a wild allegation. But he like came out and went, Hugh's done nothing wrong. Hugh's such a good guy. Hugh's perfect. Fuck off. He was paying a kid. I just flipping hell. These people are disgusting. All of them are disgusting. Hello, Mrs. Hopkins. Hello. Ooh, Boris. People are voting for the Boris gossip. Okay, you got it. And can I just say welcome to new people to Katie's Arms. You are midway through a Katie's Arms. And at this point, you're thinking, what the fuck is going on here? Basically, it's me in our online pub that we've all been here for how long? 3 years? We've been here ages. We've just been sitting, drinking, and essentially we just have a laugh. And you can take the piss out of me, you can laugh at me, you can laugh with me, you can do something else and have me on in the background, you can drink yourself stupid, disagree, I'm new and I love it, here we are. You can sit there and say nothing and just watch and just kind of purr from a distance or laugh from a distance. Even if you hate me and all your friends hate me, you can watch and that's fine, and you can still pretend you hate me tomorrow. Like, I don't give a shit. You don't give a shit. No one on here gives a shit. We're like a team of people who literally just want you to be all right. And that's it. And that's it. And it's a piss take of everything. And I have no filter and I have no restrictions on this. And I obviously advise anyone who's in any way feeling like, oh, that wasn't very nice, just fuck off. Honestly. Someone was on my Insta earlier and they were like, well, that's not very nice. Fuck. I didn't come to be nice. I didn't come to be liked. I came to just be me, chat the shit with everybody, spend half an hour laughing. Fuck off with nice. Fuck off with people. Holly Willoughby. Oh, I get paid, a couple of million a year, and I've got my Marks and Spencer's advertising, and I turn up every day in an outfit posing in good lighting with someone taking pictures, and I just go, oh yeah, hi, I'm Holly, this is me being casual. Yeah, 85 helpers later, someone sorting out your wardrobe, and you're sponsored through it, and you've got your husband who's high up with the higher-ups, and you flounce off on holiday without saying goodbye because you were a bit offended because your friend's a pedo and you knew it. Fuck that. Ooh, I just gotta have a little drink. Anyway, that's what the Katie's Arms is. So all of those things apply. Everybody's welcome. Everybody. And we're just trying to laugh. And please, if you see someone else on here who's struggling or whatever, just grab them and tell them it'll be all right. Or anytime on comments on my Insta, someone will say, I'm having a shit time. My life's shit. Just grab them. Don't be like, oh, don't worry, everything will be okay. Just be like, fuck it, have a drink. It's exhausting that we're surrounded by wankers. We're literally surrounded by wankers who want to be liked. And I cannot be doing with it. I could never be doing with it. But what you're getting a bit now is the raw side of it. Whereas before you were getting it filtered through mainstream and obviously I had to be a monster. Let's not go down that road. So, Boris Johnson. What's the lady's name? Lovely, lovely, lovely Jennifer. Was it Jennifer Arcuri? Acuri? That was it, wasn't it? Jennifer Arcuri. Do you remember, back when Boris Johnson was mayor, I would say in his better days, there was a lady called Jennifer Arcuri, and she was blonde, she is blonde rather, and kind of fabulous and kind of fun. She's got great tits. And Boris Johnson, she was his technical advisor. Or was she helping him with some IT glitches? Do you remember her? Yes, cut to the chase on Johnson. I am. Fuck me. God, you're so demanding. I'm trying my best. So Jennifer Arcuri. Well, obviously, to everybody who knows, they were bonking. And as part of just some other thing, because I think genuinely she had some really great ideas. She's super lovely. Like if she was here, you would love her. She's us. She's like one of us. And then, because they were, I guess, at it like rabbits in a hole. And, oh yes, this is the gossip. But I don't believe I'm letting anybody's secret slip. So when they were bonking, and she did get some money, but she also is quite good at her job. Like, it is possible to be good at sex and good at your job, right? And to be paid for your job and also be shagging the mayor who's married. I mean, whatever. But when it all finished, or he needed her to shut up, she was treated horribly. Like, proper cut out, made to be stupid, made to be the idiot woman, made like she was the issue. Jennifer is adorable and I love her. And this is the gossip. Hold on, drink. This is a pub after all. So the gossip is Boris Johnson is a desperate dando. Desperate Dan. So you know back in the day when maybe you were seeing someone and then they were a bit over keen and you were like, run. Like, calm down, mate. It was just a fill in the blank, whatever it was, you know, like, you don't need the actions, do you? Did she sew prawns into his curtains? Oh, I see. I thought that was a euphemism. I thought that was a sexual euphemism that I didn't know. And my first thought was, why don't I know about prawns and curtains? So, no, but when they were together, he is a desperate dando. Not like Jill Dando, because that was all very unfortunate, but like a desperate Dan. So he's like, texty, tell me you love me, tell me you thought my was, tell me you da-da-da-da-da. La 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 la, like texty, messagey, I need you to need me, right? So that's the secret that no one knows. Shh, tell no one. But important point to make, that is a true story. Important point B, allegedly, important point B is Jennifer is adorable. So if you ever hear the name Jennifer Arcuri, A-C-U, whatever, she's just darling. And I love her, and you'll love her. And maybe one day we should get her on the Katie's Arms. She could tell you all sorts of things. She could confirm or deny certain things and the size of certain things. And what slaps against what. Okay, shall we move on? Get my boobs out. A, no. B, it would be disappointing. And C, I can't be arsed. And also D, I'm way more fun than my boobs are. Okay, we're going to try this. Oh, can I just say, Amal Rajan. Do you know who I'm talking about? Wonder if Holly would tell you that you had red wine lips, Katie. Have I? I couldn't give a single shit. Look at my teeth. They were done by the local vet. You think at this point I'm going to be offended by what someone says about my appearance? Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what I say to people who criticise anyone's appearance, just if they did? Just put the camera on yourself. Go and have a look in the mirror. Look at the state of fucking you. I'm so over that. And that's the glorious thing, as many of us know here, right? At a certain age, I got to that age very early, but at a certain age, you couldn't give a flying fuck. I had a lady stop me tonight on my dog walk and just go, I just love what you do online. She said, because you make me realise I don't need to give a single shit. I was like, exactly. I think it's because I've set the bar so fucking low that everyone else is like, well, I'm sort of better than Katie. So it's all right. That's the message. Yes, you're a hot chick. I am. Scotch jaw. Right. Farage, do you want that? Or do you want Belfield? Or do you want Rosie Jones, the disabled lady? Which, if lovely Mark were here, he'd be like, not Rosie Jones. Okay, here I go. So, this isn't going to go well. If this ends up with me in prison, so be it. Rosie Jones is a disabled lady. I think I can say that. And I'm unsure what her disability is, but obviously I think it must be muscular, and it gives her issues with the way she speaks, and therefore it's a challenge for her to speak. It's a challenge for me to speak on the best of days. I don't have any, as you know, left-hand peripheral navigation because I'm brain damaged. So, you know, we're all in this together. So Rosie Jones, the disabled lady, made a documentary called, I want to get this right, Am I a Retard? Have I got that right? Please do correct me if I'm wrong. I want to be absolutely correct, but I think she's called Am I a Retard? No, not she's called Am I a Retard, but she did a document. So she got funding for a documentary to be made about her, which was Am I a Retard? Discussing the fact that she's been called some names over time because she's disabled or less able or more able or whatever the correct able term is. I have no idea. But also she's got a bunch of gigs, right? Live at the Apollo. You can't have Live at the Apollo without Rosie Jones. You can't have a stand-up comedy show without Rosie Jones. You can't have Channel 4 without Rosie Jones. You have to have Rosie Jones on everything because she's a disabled lady who's supposed to do stand-up. Here's the things you're not allowed to say. You're not allowed to say that Rosie Jones isn't funny at all, and that you've never once laughed at Rosie Jones because it's just kind of awkward because you don't find her funny, but you know that the channel's using her because she's disabled, she's supposed to be funny, and it ticks a bunch of fucking boxes. You're not allowed to say that because that would be disablist or ableist or disabled, or you'll be calling her a retard. You can't do that. But the fact is, Rosie Jones isn't funny. But no one can say she's not funny because she's disabled, and you can't criticise disabled people because otherwise you're criticising disability or something. Then, because the channels need to promote disability, Rosie Jones has to be on everything. Has she been on Strictly yet? I don't know. We're obviously going to have someone in a wheelchair on Strictly next. So whoever's in a wheelchair, they will be booked on Strictly. And you can't criticise that because they're in a wheelchair, which means you can't criticise them because they're disabled, and no one can criticise disabled people. And then she calls her programme documentary that she got funding for because she's disabled, Am I a Retard? And a bunch of disabled people won't go on her show because she's used the word retard and they find it offensive. Fuck sake. What a load of shite. Rosie Jones, I don't care if you're fully able, fully disabled, whatever, you ain't funny, bird. Give it up. I never found you funny. I don't think anyone finds you funny, but you tick a bunch of boxes. And I'm sorry if that's bad news for you, and I'm sorry if that's hard for you to hear, but fuck me, I've heard some hard things in my life as well. Mostly that I look like the white chicks, and I have to suck that up, or that I look like melted wheelie bin face. And frankly, I've had to suck that up as well, and no one bought me a documentary or gave me a slot at Live at the Apollo, despite the fact that I'm 5 times fucking funnier than you'll ever be. All right. Number 2, I get called all sorts of names. You get called all sorts of names. It probably isn't related to anything naturally about you. It's just that people out there are largely dicks. And when they don't have much to say, sometimes they like to hurl an insult because they've got a choice of either going and having a wank, picking their nose, or calling you a name. And typically, they'll choose to call you a name. And that isn't because you're disabled, and it isn't because you're Rosie Jones. It's just because people are dicks. All right? And finally, fucking get over yourself. And to all the TV companies and all the people employing Rosie Jones, because it ticks your boxes, can you just get over yourself? I'm not angling for a spot. I'm not being jealous. I don't mind that it isn't me on your TV screens. I don't mind that I'm banned from everything, because frankly, I got over that a long time ago, and it's you lot that are the pricks and the pedos and the perverts, and I'm not one of you, and I'm proud of that. I'll make my own way, thank you. And if I can't make my own way, I'll fucking fight my own way there. What I would ask that instead of Rosie Jones, who isn't funny and is just there because she's disabled, so it ticks a box because you need someone that hasn't got one arm or hasn't got one leg or is half a brain, whatever, could you just pick someone who's good? Huh? Could you just pick someone who is funny? Do they have to speak in a way that makes them obviously disabled? Or do they have to have one arm in order for you to have them on the bake-off? Or could we have just one sewing programme, perhaps without someone with half an arm and half an ear and one eye who's also blind? I'm just asking for a friend. You know, maybe you could have someone who's just good at that shit, but maybe they could be married to a black person as well, just so you've got a little bit of a tick. I'm sick of seeing people's half arms or half legs or because you know what? I don't need to see it. I love disabled people. I'll push someone across the road. I'll help them with their wheelchair. Yesterday I helped someone who was struggling, who couldn't reach something. No problem. But don't shove it down my neck, because what you're doing is pissing people off and no one can say it because no one's got balls like me, because they all need a job and I don't. Okay, are we okay? That's fine. We're good. We're good now. Did I slightly go off on one? Did I say too much? Did I overspeak? You don't like it? Fuck off. Okay. The volume is not working. Oh, it's probably a good thing. Okay, we've got 3 minutes left. Let's see. And breathe. Exactly. I can't even believe that rant. I've got a small sweat on. Here, here and here. Oh, and slightly here. Can I just have a waft? Hold on. I'm just having a waft. My vag is on fire. Oh my God. I'd be ashamed, except, you know, you can't, people will say, oh, she's drunk. I'm not. That we try and clarify this every time we do one of these. I'm not drunk. This is just how I am. This is just what I do. This is just the truth. And you don't have to excuse it by imagining that I'm drunk. This is me. You don't have to excuse it by imagining me to be a monster. You don't have to excuse me by saying I hate her because I didn't ask for you to like me. And you don't have to excuse me by saying that I'm drunk. I'm not. I don't need you to excuse me. I own me. I'm accountable for me. And I accept everything I say and do and all the criticism that comes with it. This is me. And you're making a choice to be here. And if you don't like it or you want to criticise in a way that's not necessarily that helpful, certainly not with Katie's arms, which is supposed to be fine, then just fuck off. Do you see what I mean? And I mean that really, like, kindly. It's just like, go away. Yeah, own your choices. Yeah. Okay, my vag is on fire. I know. It's on fire. Literally, I'm wafting. I just hopped out the shower as well, so it smells a bit like Lovely Mark's shower gel. I know. There we go. Alex Belfield. Yes, I fucking love you. Oh, well, that's so nice. That's because my vag is on fire. You're dying to just quench it. This is, sorry. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sorry at all. Alex Belfield called me yesterday, I think, and I try my best to not be too excited about my life, which is mundane and ordinary, but it's also free, you know, and I try and be reassuring, and I try and give him thoughts for things he can think about that will be helpful to him, and I listen to him, and I let him be funny for a moment, because we naturally slip back into what we were on stage at Blackpool or whatever, and he's a funny guy. I can tell you he's doing okay. I can tell you for certain he's going to get through this, and I can tell you the minute what I'm trying to do is take him to the bend, right? Because soon, he's done 10 months, soon he's going to turn the corner, and I'm praying on your time now, because I promised to only be half an hour, so if you need to go, go. But he's going to turn the corner, and he'll have done, say, like 12 and a half months, and then he'll have done so he'll be on his way back, if you know what I mean. And I don't know if you run or you do something else, sporty, or something maybe a little hard. But when you turn to come home, maybe you're a swimmer, you'll know it's amazing. Like for me, so if I'm doing, say, a marathon, you know, if you get to mile 14, you're like, okay, every mile less. And it's a completely different mentality. And so that's what I'm trying to bring for Alex is hit the bend, get to the, all he has to do right now is do every day, right? Next day. And hold on, what did he tell me yesterday? We agreed on, they can turn the lock. That's it. So every day till you get to the bend. When you get to the bend, you're going to turn the bend and together we're going to come back, right? I'm not going, I just got here. Bless you, you'll have to catch up because my vagina's on fire and you'll need to know why. So, sorry, crossover, Alex Belfield, we are now in prison. Turn the bend. This is like life. Like if many of you have hard things going on, maybe you're headed to a divorce or there's a moment you're dreading. If you can turn the bend, you're on your way back from it and every day is a day less instead of a day towards. Do you see what I'm trying to say? I'm not trying to patronise, I'm trying to explain. And so there's an expression on the inside that is, they can turn the lock, but they can turn the lock, but they can't turn the clock. Are you a prison insider? Why can't you do an hour? I can, but I think people have got things to do, and popping into the pub seems so much more fun. That's all my excuses for now. And you know, I've got dinner to eat and wine to drink and cheese to eat later and dogs to cuddle and lovely Mark to harass. I mean, there's shit I've got to do, guys. I've still got to water my hanging baskets, for fuck's sake. So sorry, Alex Belfield. So inside in the prison, they can turn the clock, but they can turn the lock, but they can't turn the clock. Sorry. And what this means, and what I'm trying to reinforce when we speak on the phone is, you may be in there, right? But even if, and I mean this to lots of people here, even if the only thing you can do tomorrow, let's say, is hold on, you know, to the little rope that we're putting around your waist. Even if tomorrow, the only thing you can do, even if you lie in bed all day, even if you cry in your kitchen all day, even if you can't face tomorrow, if you just hold on, time still moves, right? This too shall pass. And same in prison. They can lock you up, but the clock is still ticking. And the clock that eventually will set you free is still moving. And even if you just hold on, tomorrow will come and the day after, and one day you will be free. So I was trying to give you a sense of Alex and my conversation inside, and that he's doing all right, and to be locked up for 5.5 years for criticising A, the BBC, and B, Jeremy Vine, gives you a sense of the level of darkness that place is keen to hide. And I've no doubt that you, me, and the Katie's Arms will be here when we get to talk more about that one of these fine days. But for now, we just have to look after Alex, and that's exactly what I intend to do. Okay, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being part of Katie's Arms. We are really growing in number. We're at about 500,000 people now watch the Katie's Arms. So I have to pretend that there's just 5 of us, because that number is a little bit scary. What was I going to ask you? One thing, if I may, please, is Katie's Arms, which is the website Lovely Mark runs to support this. So www.katiesarms, ARMS, these need a good bout, .com. If you wouldn't mind just going on there, if you're able to, just sign up, click. I think it's an email that it asks for. I don't fucking know. But if you don't mind signing up, that would be tremendous. We will never ask you for anything. We will never try and sell you anything. We will never give your information to anyone. But it means that when the tickets for the next tour, which is coming, I think, in 2 weeks, Infectious, when they come on sale, we can let you know first. The tickets will sell out. And we just want to make sure everybody who's like a loyal and regular follower gets first dibs. So if you have time and you can go to katiesarms, ARMS.com, and just put your email in, you will get the email and you will be able to buy tickets first if you want to. And if you don't, well, fucking put it in the bin, put it in your junk. block it. I don't know. So that's just my polite request, please. I will see you at Ireland, no, Derry pulled because they got scared because, I can't remember the reason, but it was really boring. But anywhere we can find a venue that will hold, I promise, you have my word, I will be there. And so much more from me next week. Maybe I'll see you at TNT Radio. I do a radio show at 9 a.m. every day on TNT. And otherwise, perhaps I'll be lucky and I'll get to see you somewhere on the road. Thank you for being with me. And cheers from the Katie's Arms.